pjnet.tv, Tuesday evening, 9:30. Time for Dale Didway. He is standing by in our green room. We have a bumper rolling. We are recording. We are streaming on all available platforms. We have a chat room waiting. We will count down to Studio 8 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, good evening. Welcome back, for those of you who were here all along, to pjnet.tv. If you're just joining us here at 9:30 on the East Coast, we welcome you, those of you in the pjnet.tv chat room, but you may be watching this on Twitter, you may be watching it on YouTube, you may be watching it on Facebook. We stream to all of those places. We thank you for joining us. We also invite you to come join the fellowship in our live chat room at pjnet.tv. There's some really wonderful people over there that you would like to know. Well, guess who's going to be here in just a moment? He is standing by, the Dale Didway, but he is not alone. He has his associate producer there with him. Sophie, it's been a while since we've been on pjnet.tv together. Where have you been?
Today I went with my dad.
You went with your dad?
Yeah.
Swimming.
Swimming.
I flew a kite, jumped on the trampoline.
Okay. Well, that's a good thing. Was the water cold?
We did hardly swim because it was really cold.
Yeah,
So
little
tell them what's
north.
going on this weekend. What's going on this weekend with you?
Oh, in 2 days, I get my house.
Oh, you told us that several weeks ago, but you're finally going to move in? Are you going to have a room of your very own?
Yes, I'm just gonna go my room even though there's nothing in it and just lock myself in and just stay in there for years.
With Doritos.
Yeah,
Doritos.
with Doritos.
Now, what color is the room?
It's like a kind of like a bluish kind of.
Well, that sounds kind of boyish. Don't you want a girl color?
My favorite color is blue.
Oh, well, my wife's favorite color is blue, kind of a powder blue. Do you like the powder lighter blue or you like the dark blue like I'm wearing right now?
I like the dark blue.
Well, of course. Yeah, that's why I wore this.
Yeah.
I knew you'd like it. So, well, Sophie, do you have to do any lifting and carrying stuff around, or is everything you just walk in?
We're not getting our house not tomorrow, but the next day.
So yeah, they have to move everything in.
So you're going to be really tired after lifting all that stuff and carrying
Yeah,
it
I'm
in,
probably
right?
gonna nap for
You probably
17,000 days.
have a nap.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Well, nap sounds good.
she's
I like
excited.
naps.
They're
That's
excited.
Great. That's
So-
great.
so.
Did you bring us any Doritos that you're going to share with us, or are you going to eat them all yourself?
So they're all gone.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
They're in my tummy.
So. Well, I think Soph's gonna go watch a movie, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
Well, what are you gonna watch?
Superbug.
Superbug.
Super bug. Okay.
I don't know what that is.
No.
Okay.
It's these people who go through the Bible and they show like Jonah and the whale and all that stuff.
Good stuff.
Jonah and the whale, the big fish.
Yes.
Whales
There you go.
technically aren't fish, but that's okay.
That's all right. She does understand. So. All right. Well, tell them bye.
Bye.
Have fun at your movie.
Okay.
Shut my door. Bye. All right.
All right. You're going to watch the movie too later, probably. So.
I don't know. We'll see here.
There you go. Well, gosh, Del, it seems like it's been a week since we've talked. That's
I know.
That's because it's been a week since, and I know that I read your blog with a great deal of
Right.
interest, but I also noticed a while back that you signed a contract or two. What are you doing for the next year or so?
Oh my! I'm getting I get a little lost with them. So, I've got quite a few going on right now. Actually, getting ready to launch a book here in about 3 weeks. Well, 3 weeks. Kyle and I's book launches, and then we have 2 more launching in August. And so we just turned in another one for next year. So we're kind of getting caught up, getting to where I can breathe for a few moments and start a new project. So I'm excited. I just turned in. I don't know if we'll get a buyer or not, but just turned in my first children's book that I wrote, and hopefully Kyle can get that sold, and we're excited about that. So had to get some consultation from Michelle on it, because I'd never written a children's book, and it's a little different.
What would she know about
Yeah.
children's books?
So, and then we just turned in our book together last week. Michelle and I wrote a book together that'll be out in 2021. So, yeah. So we're taking a breath now. We're getting some time to sit back now for a couple of weeks, and but we're excited. And God's been good to us, and we're very fortunate to be in this position. And we never take it for granted. We don't complain. It's fun. So that's how I look at it. And the writing and the blogging and is a lot of fun.
Well, Dell, if you sign any more contracts, somebody's going to have to take a life insurance policy out on you, because how are you going to pay all those advances back if you die? Because you've got more contracts than Custer had Indians. I don't know what.
Well, not all of them come with advances. Some do. I've been fortunate to have some, but not all of them do. So it's
well,
it's a misconception, but that's all right. I'm waiting for that big one. I'm waiting to get that big one. I'm hoping for it. So one of these days we'll see.
That's why you keep writing books. You think eventually you'll if you put enough out there, somebody will buy something.
Yeah, exactly. If I put enough out there, we'll do that. And Sophie's bringing something in here.
Oh, for crying out loud! 2 big bags. That's the
2 big bags.
That's the $4.29 centers there. That's the.
Trying to beat it. So anyway,
when those go on sale for 2 for $5, I'm such a sucker for those. You know, they're not good for you.
I can eat a whole bag in like 5 minutes. So.
I can eat a whole bag in 5 minutes without chewing. I mean, I'm down.
Yeah. So we've been busy, but it's all good. I mean, this is what I wanted. It's what I prayed for, and then voila. That's Kyle always tells me, be careful what you pray for, because you might get it. Mm-hmm. And we're busy every day. We're fortunate right now, and we're just taking each day. We're thankful and blessed, and I'm really impressed with all the people out in the chat room, and my friend Amy's tuned in from Texas, the great state of Texas, and she has a friend listening, or watching as well. So audience is getting bigger, and we're very fortunate for that.
Well, we are putting some points on the board, and I won't go into that now. I don't want to take time away from your stuff, but your blog this week is as it always is. It's not just this week, it's always there, okay? Every Tuesday, folks, at DellDidway.com. Dell blogs, and I thought I had you figured out, but no. You throw a curveball, you reflect on Flag Day.
Well, I'm just frustrated and sick of people destroying the flag, which is their right to do that. And it's Flag Day, and I'm just fed up. I'm fed up with where we're at in this nation right now. The people, the thugs are taking over, and they're destroying every bit of history there is. They're committing crimes everywhere, and nobody seems to care or do anything about it. I talked to my congressman today. I said, when are you going to get these people? When are you going to go after these thugs? When are we going to just go at them and tell them, you can't do this anymore? And, they're so stupid, Coach. They're defacing monuments of Abraham Lincoln. And what did he do? He freed the slaves. They have no common.
They're clueless.
They don't know what they are clueless, and that's the generation who's going to support us. And
that is troubling, and
it's scary. So I talked to our congressman today. I said, when are we going to do something? When are we going to do something? Seattle caved today. The mayor gave in. They're going to quote build a wall. Isn't that a great idea? They're going to build a wall.
Yeah,
for these folks.
What a novel idea.
The same type of a wall that Nancy Pelosi and AOC called racist. Now that Trump wanted to do, now they're going to build a wall. The liberals are racist. Period. Flat out, all of them are. The liberals are racist.
Hypocrisy is on full display.
So I got a little frustrated. Wanted to write about the flag. I wanted to write. I love that song Johnny Cash wrote. about what we went through as a nation to get to where we're at, and now just all being thrown away. And at the hand, I wouldn't mind it so much if somebody came in and it tried to take us one-on-one, but to be taken by morons, to be taken by clueless thugs who have zero intelligence, that's really disheartening. And for our leaders to bow down to these folks is incredible.
Well, there's two extremes here, and one is, and I don't want to get I don't want to run your blood pressure up too much.
No, I'm fine.
But on the one hand, you've got, like you said, this. Well, I saw a wonderful picture. I posted it on my my profile. I shared it, reposted it, and it's a police officer says, "My job is to protect your ass, not to kiss it."
Yeah.
But they on the one hand, you have people capitulating for alleged crimes, that have been committed hundreds of years ago, and on the other hand, here's what's bothering me that doesn't get that much attention. I am hearing a lot of things from our leaders that this is bad and they're grandstanding. I haven't seen anything done. So if you're out there swinging the axe and there ain't no chips flying, you need to reevaluate what you're doing, because the problem is what has already happened at this point. No matter what they do, is we have signaled, if you want to do this, nothing's going to happen. So don't be surprised when this is like popcorn, all over the country. These little autonomous zones pop up.
And there's so much. So it's almost comical footage. There was one guy that they showed this little clip in that zone in Seattle, had his car robbed, and he's a member, and he was screaming obscenities because somebody stole his phone, and somebody yelled, call the cops. And so they're morons. They have zero clue, zero intelligence, zero integrity, and that's what I touched on, is like this generation that's doing this. And if I offend somebody, just get over it. This generation that's grown up now is the generation that was told, if you participate, you're going to get a trophy. You don't have to earn it,
right.
And we won't tell you no. You're going to play every position. You're going to get a chance to do. You don't have to earn nothing. We're going to give it to you. And now I look at some of these folks that I coach ball with, and I look at them. I say, you know what? You helped create this mess. Not everybody deserves a trophy. Not everybody deserves to play. You have to earn it. And we're seeing that this entitled generation who's never been told no, who's always been told, hey, you're special. You matter. Get off your butt and prove it. Get off your hind end and do something to earn it. Don't be satisfied and coddled and be told you're special when you're perfect. Earn it. Get off your butt and earn it.
Earn it. And that's exactly what I was going to say, Dale. Really, literally. And I know it sounds metaphorical, but it is literally true. This is what happens when you give people trophies for losing.
Yeah.
You can shake your head, you can get mad at me and say what you want. This is what happens when you don't have children who didn't have to make their bed.
And told it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. There was one game.
We're going to put you in timeout.
Yeah. Talk time. Yeah. Don't get me going there. There was one game my son was in baseball, and he was a freshman. He was playing second base, and there was a pop up between second base and right field, and it was raining a little bit, and the right fielder just stood there. And my son goes out, over his shoulder, tries to dive and make his play. He went out like 30 yards, clearly the right fielder's ball, and the ball hit the ground, 2 runs scored. And after the game, we're over there, and I'm listening to our coach talking, and he was mad because this kid just didn't put forth an effort. And his dad was saying, "It's okay, son. It's okay." And our coach went off the deep end. He says, "It's not okay. He didn't put forth an effort. It's not okay. Don't tell him it's okay when it's not." So, it's hilarious. So,
That is, I'm going to tell the same story. It literally happened. We lost a game, and after the game, the parents were coming out on the field, And one of them came up to their son and said, "Son, y'all played a good game, and I interrupted him. I said, "Please don't tell him that. The reason we lost is that we did not play a good game." Okay, you can tell who played the good game. The scoreboard says so. I said, "You're not helping this young man. You're crippling him.
Yeah.
You're crippling him for life." And I've had players like you're talking about, this guy that didn't put forth an effort. That's on a baseball field, Dell, and that's why I don't care about baseball too much. Let me tell you what happens on a football field if you watch the game from the field. You get hurt.
Yeah.
You get hurt, okay? Because there's guys wearing another color jersey out there, and their job is to make you play. Let me not get too excited. Let's talk Flag Day a minute. My blood pressure's under control for the moment, and Flag Day, it has never been one of the major holidays.
No,
but,
it's just something you just you observe it. Oh yeah, tomorrow's Flag Day. Yeah.
So, let me run down to Walmart and get a flagpole because I don't know where the one we bought last year.
You probably won't see them anymore. You probably won't see stores carrying flags much longer.
Yeah. It's never been that significant of a holiday, but this year maybe it's just I'm not seeing it, right, but it pretty much went unnoticed.
Well, because if you put, I got some negative comments on my blog. I'm like, really? I'm honoring my flag. I'm honoring our nation, and people, they're idiots. I don't respond to them. I just block them. If they're that stupid, I just block them.
Well, let me ask this, Dale. You've been, and I think we all concur, harshly critical of a generation of young people. But I would have to say that it's not just them. For example, I've had this happen. In the neighborhood where I live, if you erect a flag, it must be on a pole at a 45-degree angle, this, that, and the other. And there are homeowners associations that have intervened and had people who were United States veterans and told them, no, you can't have that flag there. It's against our, homeowners association rules. So it's not just the 20-year-old spoiled kids.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
We've literally gotten to the point where putting a flag in your yard in some neighborhoods is just not it's inconsistent with our community standards. And I about puke every time I hear or utter the words community standards, because I hear this a lot from social media. Our community standards. Well, wait a minute. They're supposed to be an open platform. Why are they exercising editorial control on a platform?
Well, there's supposed to be freedom of speech unless you're a conservative, then you don't have one. You don't have it. The left, who's always crying and bellowing about being tolerant, are the most intolerant people there are.
If there's any good, which there isn't, but
there is not.
If there's any good coming out of this, the hypocrisy is on display.
Yeah, but nothing's being done about it. Everybody sees that, and everybody knows about that. The Democrats and liberals, they wrote the book on being a hypocrite. Nobody calls them out because the media is right in there with them. So, we had a coach had to apologize today from Oklahoma State because he wore a shirt with the One American News Network on it. One of their backs said, "I'm not playing for this guy." It was just like you're wearing your PJ Net shirt. He had a shirt that had OANN on it, and he had to apologize.
Yeah.
But what would have happened if he had the Black Entertainment Television Network on his shirt?
How about
would he have apologized? No.
Yeah.
No.
And by the way, standard. Yeah, who is the tail wagging the dog here? He's the coach.
He's the coach.
Okay. He's the coach. Now they can fire the coach.
It was a casual picture.
But a team member doesn't discipline the coach. It's the other way around.
Yeah. So we need to go back. But I don't think we're going to be able to go back to the days when there was respect for life, respect for authority, respect for God, respect for the family. It's gone. And I'm not being a doomsday pessimist because I try to encourage and inspire, but I look at reality. Reality is if we don't get this under control soon, our nation is going to be going. away. Our freedoms are going to be going away. And people say, well, it won't happen. That's what the church thought in 1973 when Roe v. Wade became law of the land. The church must stand up and rise up and stop putting your head in the sands and stop saying, well, we shouldn't get involved. Yeah, you should get involved. You should do something about it. You should vote. You should vote Republican. You should vote conservative all the time, because liberals are godless. Liberals are killing this nation.
Well, I think that it might be a bridge too far. It's possible that they've gone too far, and sooner or later you can't stick your head in the sand anymore. The problem is by the time you pull your head out of the sand, cities are being burned down, and it's very problematic. But Johnny Cash, you went at great lengths to talk about his song. Is the song special? Is Johnny Cash? Is he another Elvis to you, or did it just fit the narrative of your blog?
No, I always liked Johnny Cash. I mean, he had some rebel in him. Obviously, he wrote a lot of songs like anti-Vietnam War songs. Mm-hmm. The Man in Black talks about oppression. I'm surprised Kaepernick isn't a big Johnny Cash fan, because that's what he talks about, the people that were being oppressed. But during the Watergate scandal and some other things, he wrote about the Stars and Stripes and what the flag meant to him and what he went through. Again, he was sometimes somewhat a rebel, but he was also very patriotic. He was also, he'd like to tell stories and songs, and I always enjoyed his music, and what he went through, the struggles he went through, and
he came back from a lot,
he did. Well, self-imposed, he brought it on a lot too.
Yeah.
So, but. I always liked him, and the way he could tell a story. I liked his song about that he sang about the Alamo and some of the history he put into songs, and so and which is disgusting now that we have all these hundreds of civilians standing guarding the Alamo right now, because
they better be darn careful. They're going to cross the line.
Yeah, no, they don't know a line to cross. All right, there is no line for the thugs to cross. They will go anywhere they want to go until they're stopped, and then once they're stopped, they're going to yell police brutality.
Right.
But so what? And I pray. I don't know if it's going to happen. I pray that the 4th of July, the bikers rally, go out there to Seattle and take the city back. That's what it's going to come down to.
I have mixed feelings about that, but I agree with you. I mean, it's
somebody's got to do it.
It's sad that it has come to that.
Yeah,
but if that's what it takes,
well, we have spineless leaders there. I will never, and I love to travel. I love to we love to go to New York City. I like to go to Chicago. I will never step foot in those radical liberal cities ever again until there is a Republican in office. When Rudy Giuliani had New York City, it was clean, it was safe. Now it's you're walking in a dumpster. That's all you walk in New York City. I was glad we got to go to Seattle a couple years ago and see it before it got taken over by thugs and burned. And I will never go to Washington State. I will never go to California ever again. Sorry, Becky, unless it's to CU. I will not go to those places anymore, and I will not give him a dime of my money until there is a conservative in office who upholds God, who upholds the law, and who upholds this great nation.
Well, and we're out of time, but I find it, again, hypocrisy on display. They literally fiddle while the city burns. They don't.
I think they're in cahoots with them. They have to be.
They cry to the federal government saying, "We need $55 million. Our city has been burned."
Yeah. The mayor of Minneapolis is. His face has to be next to the word disgrace. He's a little boy who is dancing out there with the criminal thugs. Then he goes to Trump and says, "Give me $55 million." I was just up there a couple of years ago. I'll never go back to that liberal city either, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. These people, every city that's being taken over and demolished are governed by who? Liberals.
Well, and I think you're going to see people voting with their feet. I think you're seeing businesses saying, "I'm getting the heck out of here while I can."
If the election's held legally, Yeah. If it's held the way it should be held, there it will be Trump will sweep it easily. But the only chance, and you're going to see the liberals bring back the virus because this isn't working either. We've got to keep everybody inside to keep them from voting. That's the only shot they have. It is a conspiracy.
You got it. Well, Dale, we're out of time. Give us a quick look into your week next week. So we'll see you in a week. So what are you going to be doing between now and then?
We're going to be Kyle and I are going to be preparing for a launch here. We're going to get together next week and discuss the July 7th launch of Michigan Motivations, and then I got to get with New Hope Publishers about our launches in August 10th. We launched Bama Believer and Auburn Believer, so we got to get some footwork going there. Get some buzz going for those books and try to get them sold because, we don't know if there's going to be a college football season, and if it doesn't, that's not going to do very well.
You can read about it in your books.
Yeah, I guess.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Dale, we appreciate you taking. I know you're busy. Obviously, we can tell that, but you always make time to come
always
share with
enjoy
us on Tuesday night, and we appreciate.
Thanks for everybody for being in the chat room too.
All right. Thank you. All right, there you have it, Dale Didway, as we hear from him every Tuesday night. Folks, this is a wonderful time we have here. I am the most fortunate guy in the world that I get to sit in this seat and be your host, and I am so glad that each of you have taken some of your time. I'll kind of say what Red Skelton said. If you gave me your money, I could give you your money back. But when you give of your time, that cannot be refunded. And I appreciate all of you who carry the water in so many ways on pjnet.tv. Well, folks, it's time to go. I wish it weren't, but we will do this again tomorrow night at 9 p.m. And if you go to pjnet.tv, you will find there a button that says schedule, as I am doing right now, to find out what I'm doing tomorrow night at 9 p.m. It will be Becky Lindsay, all the way from the Republic of California, followed by Michelle Medlock Adams. That starts at 9 p.m. and then 9:30 tomorrow evening right here on pjnet.tv. Time for me to go. I'd like to leave you with two questions I'd like you to contemplate. You don't have to answer me. First question is, what is the boldest thing you have ever done for Jesus Christ? You might be about to do something bolder. Second question is, when was that? You see, the challenge that I've accepted, and I hope that you will also accept, is to never be satisfied with either answer.